Hello everyone, that random guy 667 here to do pickups for November 2011. To start off, we have one of my most anticipated games of this year, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Back of the box. Complete. Well, it's complete, so it's brand new, but you know. And with a map. Holy shit, this game exceeds my expectations. It's fucking epic. This main quest line was a bit short, but it doesn't really matter because the side quests are still really good. It's as if you're still playing the main quest. They're that awesome. I'm doing the Dark Brotherhood at the moment. Don't know how far I am in it, to be honest, because the quest is supposed to be unscripted. But overall, fucking brilliant game. You really do need to get Skyrim. Completely blows Oblivion away. The dragon fights are really good too. Cost me 40 quid as well. Next up, I got myself a couple of Dragon Ball Z games because I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. And the first one I got was for the Game Boy Advance, and that's Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2. This cost me $12.99. Yeah, $12.99. Bit much for a Game Boy Advance game, but it's really good. Wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is. It's a action RPG. Play as your favorite Dragon Ball Z characters, and with this one you play along the story of the Android and Cell sagas. And I am getting the first Legacy of Goku. I know it's weird playing the second one before the first one, but since I know the anime anyway, it doesn't really matter. But this one plays between the Android and Cell saga, and the first Legacy of Goku plays from the Saiyan saga to the Frieza saga, and then you have Boo's Fury, which is the third one, which goes from I think it's just the Boo saga, which I think is a pain in the ass because I don't think Boo's Fury was released in this country, so I'll have to emulate that one. Anyway, Legacy of Goku 2, $12.99, wicked game. Next up, another Dragon Ball Z game, Shin Budokai 2 for the PSP. Back of the box. Complete again. $17.99. Now, I was reluctant to pay this amount of money for a PSP game because I'm not really into PSP anymore since it's Dragon Ball Z, and I just recently watched the whole anime series again, so I'm pretty hyped up for all these games again. I figured, fuck it, why not? Might as well drop the money in, and I'm glad I did because it's really good, and it's set in an alternate story, so it's a completely new story of when future Trunks, when he has to deal with Boo instead of the past having to deal with Boo. It's confusing. I can't explain it as properly, but get the game. It's a good story and it's a wicked game. Next up, another Dragon Ball Z game. This one being Raging Blast 2 for the Xbox 360. £25. Again, I was reluctant to spend this money on a Dragon Ball Z game considering I have the first game, and that one has a story, but this one doesn't. It has a galaxy mode where you just go through a load of fights with every single character in the whole game. What got me to buy this game was the remastered version of the film Plan to Eradicate the Super Saiyans. It's only half an hour long, but it was really good. And you unlock a character as soon as you finish watching it, so there's the back. And typical CEX, no book. But oh well. Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. Oh, that's it for the Dragon Ball Z games. Now we have a Dragon Age Origins. No, you thought I was going to say Dragon Ball Z again, didn't you? Dragon Age Origins, £6. Back of the box. and typical CEX again. When I bought this, they only gave me the bonus disc, so I had to go back, and then they gave me the original disc. And because they couldn't be bothered to find out where this came from, probably stolen goods, knowing them, and knowing the area that I live in, they just gave me the bonus disc. So that's pretty good to get the bonus disc as well for pretty much nothing. And the game as well. The game I haven't really played that much into, to be honest. But what I've played so far is pretty good. It's from the makers of Mass Effect, BioWare, so you can't really complain much there, because Mass Effect, it's alright. I haven't played it that much, to be honest. It's kind of annoying. We'll have to play the second one, because apparently that's a lot better. And I really want to play the third one, so there you go, Dragon Age. Sorry about the sudden stopping or the cut in this video, as I was interrupted. Gotta love parents. Anyway, next up, U-Star 2 cost me £8. The sticker was hanging off, so I tried to get it off as best I could, and I failed. But anyway, back of the box. Well, surprisingly actually, CEX gave me a book for a game. Yay! Well, they did with Dragon Age, but you know, didn't really remember back then, but fuck it. Anyway, U-Star 2, surprisingly good compared to what critics were giving it. They were saying, oh, it doesn't work properly and it's boring after a few tries. Critics suck. That's all I have to say. Critics suck. Do not listen to what critics have to say. There's so many good games that I've played that critics have given bad reviews for. So I don't really tend to... I still watch the reviews, but I don't really tend to care what they say when they say don't play a game, because it's just their opinion, really. So U-Star 2 is really funny. Even if you're just playing on your own, it can be so funny. I've uploaded a video so far and it got 5 stars already, so that's pretty good. Yeah, it's so fun. I remember having what's it called, You're in the Movies on Xbox, and that was fun. But as soon as I got the blinds in my bedroom instead of curtains, my shadow shows up on the blinds, so when it takes a picture of the background and then you come up as if you're in a backdrop, my shadow changes to things, so it makes everything go weird. So that's kind of annoying. And with U-Star 2, it doesn't happen that much, so that's pretty good. But the only problem is I can only play it during night time, because when I have my blinds open, the sun shines through, or the light outside shines through, so then the background changes again when it takes a picture. And even when I shut the blinds, yeah, look, got myself a Sega tattoo as well, because I love Sega, but neither here or there. Anyway, when the blinds are shut, it still shows light coming through, so it still changes. So I can only play when it's like now. Well, not really now, since it's almost 12 o'clock at night, but it's only about 5-6 o'clock I can start playing, because it gets dark. I mean, a bit of a pain in the ass, but anyway, I can still play it anyway. So U-Star 2, pretty damn fun. Next up is a game that I bought, but well, I've been wanting to play for ages, since I first had my Xbox back in 2008. But as you know, it went kapow, so I never got to play it. But now I have an Xbox again, I can play it, and it is The Last Remnant. But anyway, I'll tell you about it in a second. It cost me £5. Back of the box. No manual, but does have disc 1 and disc 2. Back when I had my Xbox in 2008, I was like looking for RPGs to play, because at the time I didn't have my PS3, I just had my Xbox and my PS2. But Last Remnant was one that I was looking at, and it looked really good. But then when it come to thinking of actually getting it, my Xbox decided to die on me, so I got a PS3 instead, and Last Remnant for PS3 was cancelled, so I couldn't get it. But now I've got an Xbox, I can play it again. But since I've been so tied up with Skyrim and these Dragon Ball Z games, I haven't been able to play it. So hopefully soon I'll be able to give it a go, and then start doing these vlog videos or like mini reviews where I just talk about the game, tell my experience with the game, and if I like it, and recommendations and stuff. So, Lost Remnant, £5. Last but not least, a Blu-ray movie, Cloverfield. Now, I got this a few weeks ago, I think it was. Yeah, I think it's a few weeks ago. It cost me £5. Back of it, and yeah, I got it a few weeks ago, and I hadn't watched it before, and it came out 2008. Why I didn't watch it before is beyond me, because it is brilliant. A lot of people have said, oh, it's boring, you don't even get to see the monster, or the shaky cam gives me migraines and stuff, and that's fair enough. It could give some people migraines. I mean, the shaky cam did give me a little bit of eyewear when I was watching on a big TV, but on a small TV in Cloverfield, it's a fucking brilliant game, and you do see the monster. You do. A number of times you see the monster. And I love monster movies, Godzilla, other stuff that I can't remember at this point in time. Cloverfield is a really good film. If you have not seen it, I recommend it. It's brilliant. And it's one of those movies that you feel could be realistic if it happened. But I know it won't, but it'd be pretty awesome in my sadistic mind. It would be awesome if it did happen. So, Cloverfield. And that's my pickups for November of 2011. Stay tuned everyone for more videos, and I'll see you later.